Hello everyone, welcome back to Student Diary. Today, once again, I have brought one more interesting video for all of you related to Sanskrit. Today's video is in continuation to the previous video. As you can see on my screen, this is the first chapter of grade 7. Prathamaha Pataha Vande Bharat Matram. This is the first chapter from CBSE textbook Deepakam, which is prescribed by CBSE for grade 7. Okay, so we did the explanation, word by word translation and explanation of this chapter in our previous video. Today we are going to do the exercises of this chapter. Okay, so those who are new to my channel, I will provide the link in my description box to the previous video in which the explanation I have given. So I would suggest that you go to that video, understand this explanation, and then come back to this video for the exercises. Okay, those who have understood the chapter nicely, they can start with the exercises. Okay, so let's start exercises of this chapter. I hope everyone has understood the full meaning of the full chapter. It was a long chapter and it was very informative. It gave us a lot of information about India. So now it's our task to remember what all we have learned. Right? Let's start with the exercises. So they are saying Vayam Abhyasam Kurmaha. Vayam means we all. Abhyasam means practice. Kurmaha means do. So it's like we are doing the practice now, right? First question. Adah pradata nam prashna nam ek padin padadvayen va uttaram likhantu. So they are saying that the question given to you below, you have to write the answer in one word. Ek padin means with one word. Padadvayen means with two words, maybe like one or two words. Va means or. So it's like one or two words, you have to write the answer. You don't have to write the complete sentence. Okay, let's see. First one, Parvat Rajah Kaha. So Parvat Rajah means the king of the mountains, right? Kaha means who. So this is the question word here. Who? So who is the king of the mountains? We all know, right? Himalaya. Correct? So they are asking us to write in one word, so there is no need to write the full sentence. Right? Next one. Samudraha Kasyaha Charnau Prakshalyati. Samudraha means the ocean. Kasyaha means whose. This is Shashti Vibhakti. Okay, so the question is whose, and Kasyaha is a feminine word. Okay, so whatever answer will be there for this question, that will be a feminine word. Okay, Charnau means feet. Prakshalyati means wash. So the ocean washes the feet of whom? Of whose, basically. Whose feet are washed by the ocean? By the ocean, yes. So it is Bharat Matuhu. So if you remember Bharat Matuhu, we talked so many times, right? Mother India. So Matuhu is in Shashti Vibhakti. So the question is Shashti Vibhakti Kasyaha, whose possession? Then answer should also be in Shashti Vibhakti. Okay, Bharat Matuhu. Let's go for the next one. Trivarn Yutaha Dhvajaha Kutra Vilasati. Trivarn Yutaha means with three colors. Dhvajaha means the flag. Kutra means where. So this is the question word here. Where? Vilasati means looks good. So where the national flag looks good? Bharat Matuhu Haste, in the hands of Bharat Mata. So it will be Bharat Matuhu Haste. Okay, let's go for the next one. Dhwaj sthitah keshar varnah asman kim vaktum preryati. Dhwaj sthitah means situated in the flag. Keshar varnah means saffron color. Asman means us. Kim means what? So this is a question word now. Vaktu means to say, Praryati means inspire. So one thing is there, I'm not writing now the meaning of all the words in English because we have already written all these words in the translation. I hope everyone has remembered those, so now they will be able to understand the meanings. Okay. So now they are asking here that Dhwaja Stitaha Keshar Varnaha Asman Kim Vaktum Praryati means the saffron color in our flag is inspiring us to say what? Jayatu Sainikaha. Right? Saffron color was for soldiers, na? So Jayatu Sainikaha. Right? Next one. Krishak Bandavaha Bharat Bhumim Kai Sinchanti. Krishak Bandavaha means the farmers. Bharat Bhumi means our mother India. Kai means with what? It is Tritya Vibhakti Bahuvachan. Okay. The question word is with what? So Tritya Vibhakti we use for with or by, right? So with what? Sinchanti means water. So with what they water the mother India? Swasved Bindu Bhihi. Right? Remember? With their sweat, with the drops of their sweat. Swasved Bindu Bhihi. Okay, next one. Kesham dhavalam yashah rashtraध्वजस्य मध्ये vilasati. Kesham means whose. This is Shashti Vibhakti Bahuvachan. So it will be like again, question word will be whose. Dhavalam means bright. Yash means fame. So we will not say white fame, it is bright fame. Rashtraध्वजस्य means of national flag. Madhya means in the middle. Vilasati means graces. So in the middle of the national flag, whose bright fame is going to like sit or grace? Vaigyanika naam, right? Of the scientist. I hope everyone is writing the answers with me only so that they can remember it later. In fact, you can write the question words, you can just mark and write the meanings of the question word at least, right? So that you will be able to remember the question words also. Next one. Suryah kam vina nityam sanchirati. Surya means sun. Kam means what? Okay, so this is a question word. Vina means without. So it's like without what? Nityam means sure, like every time, always. Sanchirati means moves. So sun moves without what? Without stopping, right? Viramam, correct? I hope everyone has understood the first main. Please give a thumbs up if you have understood. In case you have doubts, you can write to me in the comment section. Let's go for the next one. अतः प्रदत्तानां प्रश्नानां पूर्णवाक्येन उत्तरं लिखन्तु. So now you have to write the answers with the full sentence. Okay, so in this main, maybe some questions I will make you mark in the text only. So please be careful while doing this. First one, Pavitraha Nadyah Kaha. Pavitraha means pious, Nadyah means rivers, Kaha means what all. So you have to tell which all pious rivers were there. I think everyone remembers that. This was in the first part of the chapter only, it was there. So when she was telling in the starting only, right? These ones, right? You will be starting with here Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Sindhu, Brahmaputra, Gandaki, Mahanadi, Narmada, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, iti adi pavitraha nadyah pravahanti. Okay, this is the answer for the first part. Fine, you have to write it in the complete sentence. I hope everyone has noted. Let's go for the next one. Whenever just you can mark it now with me. Whenever you get free time, you just write them in your notes. Okay, next one. विविधेभ्यः प्रदेशेभ्यः जनाः किमर्थम् आगच्छन्ति. So विविधेभ्यः means from various or from different. प्रदेशेभ्यः means cities, like from different cities. जनाः means people. किमर्थम means why. Agachanti means come. So why people are coming from different places? So you remember, to the different places they are going, right? To keep their dust on the, what do you say, forehead, right? That was also there here, right? So if we can say that तीर्थ क्षेत्राणाम धूलिम ललाटे स्थापितुं विविधेभ्यः प्रदेशेभ्यः असंख्याः जनाः agachanti. People come from different places to just touch the dust of the good place, the like the pious places, the pilgrimage places, right? And want to put the, what do you say, dust on their forehead, right? So that is the answer for the second part. Fine. I hope everyone is understanding. In case you are having any doubts, please let me know. Let's go for the third one. Dharm chakram kam bhavam bodhyati. Dharm chakram. So they are talking about the Ashoka chakra. Kam bhavam. Kam means what again? Bhava means feeling. Bodhyati means tell. So what feeling Dharm chakra is telling? So you remember, it is telling that without stopping, move continuously on your the path of your duties. That one is there. So let's mark this also now. This one. So in place here, etat chakram chalaniyam kartavya pathe vai na viram satatam chal iti bhavam bodhyati. So in place of etat chakram, we can just write dharm chakram. Okay, so it'll become dharm chakram chalniyam kartavya pathe vai na viram satatam chal iti bhavam bodhyati. So this is, I think, the third one, right? I hope we were doing this third only. Yes. Understood? I hope everyone is understanding till here. Next one. कृषक बांधवानां परिश्रमेण भारत भूमि कथम संजाता. So कृषक बांधवानां means of farmers. Parishramen means with the hard work. So it's like with the hard work of the farmers. Bharat Bhumihi means our mother India. Katha means how. So how it has become. Sanjata means become. So how our earth has become, how our India has become because of the hard work of the farmers. So here we will be writing Krishak Bandhvanam Parishramen. So let me mark this also. So it will be in the green color. Okay. So we will be saying that you will be writing that Krishak Bandhvanam Parishramen. So start it like Krishak Bandhvanam बांधवा ठीक है परिश्रमेण एव भारत भूमि ही हरित वर्णमय इट हैज बिकम ग्रीन कलर्ड समृद्धा means prosper and sasya shamla means sasya means the crops and shamla means the dense, it's like dense with the crops. Cha means and sanjata means become. Okay, I hope everyone has understood how you are supposed to write. So it's a fourth one. Fine. I'm hoping this is also clear to all of you. So because these are like in the complete sentence and they're the long sentences, so I'm making you mark, but make sure that you're writing them in your notes. Next one. Vigyanasya keshu kshetreshu bhartiya yashah praptam. So Vigyanasya means of science. Keshu kshetreshu means in all what fields. In what? Basically, it is Saptami Vibhakti. So in what all fields Indians have received or Indians have got fame. So we know, right? Different ones like atomic science, computer science, and all that, right? So we will be writing those. This one. So we'll be saying Anu Shastre, Sanganak Shastre, Chikitsa Shastre, Antarik Shastre, Ayut Shastre इत्यादिषु विभिन्नेषु क्षेत्रेषु भारतीय वैज्ञानिकः महत् यशः प्राप्तम् अस्ति. Okay, so we have to start from Anu Shastre and we have to write till Asti. Okay, I hope everyone has understood this one also. Next one. Ante sarve kim geetam gayanti. Ante means in the end. Sarve means all. Kim means what. Geetam means song. Gayanti means sing. So what song everyone is singing at the end of the chapter? So I think everyone knows. We boys are Indian patriots. We girls are patriots. This one. So we will be writing this full shloka. And I think I have marked this three, this five. Yeah, I have marked it correct only. So this one is going to be the sixth one. Okay, I hope everyone has understood all of these because I have made you mark these all. You can let me know in the comment section as yes, we have understood. So that will be like a great thing for me that everyone has understood. And in queries also, you can tell me in the comment section. And those who have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do it. You will get notified whenever a new video will come. Okay. So now let's start with the third main. This is one of the important main you are going to have. You are in, this is for grade 7, but this is a kind of exercise you will always get till grade 10 and it always comes for around 5 or 6 marks in the board exams also. Okay. So let's see what is this. Rekhankitani padani ashritya udharan anusaram prashn nirman kurvantu. Prashn nirman means framing the question. So now they have given you some words which are underlined. So in place of those words, you have to frame the question. You have to write the question word for that. Okay, till now we were actually answering the questions. Now they are asking us to frame the questions. Fine. Let's see the first example. Asmakam Vatsala Bharat Mata. Our, Asmakam means our, Vatsala means beloved, and Bharat Mata is Mother India. So it's like our beloved Mother India. So Asmakam. So if you want to frame a question for that in English, what it will be? Whose, right? And whose, for whose we use which vibhakti? We use Shashti vibhakti. Correct? So it is going to be Kesham. And Asmakam is our, it is a Bahuvachan. So we have to use a Shashti Vibhakti Bahuvachan of Kim Shabdrup. Okay. So everyone just remember that for question framing, we have to remember Kim Shabdrup in all the three genders. Fine. So Asmakam is our, which is for whose. The question word is going to be whose and it is a Bahuvachan. So we'll be writing Kesham. Okay. Next one. Samudraha Bharat Matuhu Charnau Prakshalyati. So Samudraha means the ocean. Bharat Matuhu means of Bharat Mata. Charno means feet. Prakshalyati means wash. Right. So now here you have to frame for Bharat Matuhu. Bharat Matuhu means of Bharat Mata. Right. So this word is again in Shashti Vibhakti. Now it is Ekvachan. But Bharat Mata is a feminine word. So you have to write the Kim Shabdrup feminine Shashti Vibhakti Ekvachan, which is going to be Kasyaha. Okay, that's why I always tell that you have to remember Kim Shabdrup, and in fact, with that, your regular Shabdrups you should be knowing so that you can actually replace them. Right? Like if you know Bharat Matuhu, Matuhu is Shashti Vibhakti Ekvachan, then only you can replace it with Shashti Vibhakti Ekvachan ka Kim Shabdrup. Right? Next one. Janaha Tirth Kshetranam Dhuli Lalate Sthapyanti. Janaha means people. Tirth Kshetrana means of the pilgrimage places. Dhuli means dust. Lalate means on forehead. Sthapyanti means keep. So people keep or put the dust of the pilgrimage places on their forehead. So lalate. So you are getting an answer for where. Correct? Your lalate is the answer for where. So for this we use Saptami Vibhakti. So you can write here two things. Either you write Kutra because where is called as Kutra, or because for in or on or where we use Saptami Vibhakti. So you can write Kasmin also. Understood? Both are going to be correct. Next, Viraha Bharat Matuhu Sarvada Sevam Krutvantaha. Viraha means great people, sorry, not great, brave people. Bharat Matuhu means of Bharat Mata. Sarvada means always. Sevam means service. Krutvantaha means dead. So, brave people have always served the Mother India, right? So, who have served? Brave people, right? So, who? And this is going to be, if you are having who as the question word, you have to use the Prathama Vibhakti of Kim Shabdrup, right? And it is a pulling, so we will be saying as K, right? It goes like Kaha, Kau, K. Yeah, this one. Jayatu Krushakaha iti vaktum asman preryati. So Jayatu Krushakaha means Kisan ki jay ho, iti vaktum. Iti vaktum means to say this, asman preryati. Asman means us. So now asman is Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachan. It is used as an object. Okay, so for object we always use Dvitiya Vibhakti and it is Bahuvachan, and so we are going to write the question word as Kan. Like in Dvitiya Vibhakti it goes like come, cow, Kan. Right? I hope everyone has understood this. Next one. Nadi Kashtani Saha Mana Pravahati. Nadi means river. Kashtani means the pains, difficulties. Saha Mana means bearing. Pravahati means flows. So the river flows while facing all the difficulties also. Right? So Nadi. Now Nadi is the question word, right? Nadi is answer word. So for Nadi it is going to be who. And Nadi is a feminine word. It is Ekvachan. So you have to use Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachan. So it is going to be Ka. But because you are using it for Striling. Right? Next one. Vayam Gaurav Vardhanartham Priyatnam Kurmaha. Vayam means we all. Gaurav Vardhanartham means for increasing the pride of India. Prayatnam Kurmaha means trying. We should try actually. So what we should do? Prayatnam. So the question word is going to be Kip. Right? I'm hoping everyone has understood how to frame the questions. It is very important. So learn all the Shabdrups and Kim Shabdrup nicely. Okay, let's go for the next one. अतः प्रदत्तानां शब्दानाम् उदाहरण अनुसारं रिक्त स्थानेषु रूपाणि लिखन्तु. So now you have to write the shabd groups like missing words. So this is the Ditya Vibhakti you have to write for Charan. It is your Akarant Shabd. So it is going to be Charnam, Charnav. What it should be? Charnaha. It is Charnam, Charnav, then it should be Charnan. It is Ditya Vibhakti, right? Correct? Charnam, Charnav, Charnan. Correct? Next one. Nadi. Then it should be Nadyav. Correct? Nadi, Nadyav, Nadyaha, Nadi Shabdrup. Lalate, then it is Saptami Vibhakti, so it will be Lalateyo, right? Lalateyoho and Lalateshu, right? I hope everyone has remembered the Shabdrup. So this is going to be your Akarant, this is Ikarant, this is Akarant. Deshai, it is Chaturthi Vibhakti, right? So it will be Deshabhyam. This is also Akarant, Deshabhyam, and then this is going to be Deshebhyaha, right? Like Balak only it will go. Then Chakram. So it is Prathama Vibhakti, so it will be Chakram, Chakre, Chakrani, right? Then you have Tritya Vibhakti Vaigyanikaha, so it will be Vaigyanikain, Vaigyanikain, because it is Tritya, right? Vaigyanikain, Vaigyanikabhyam, Vaigyanikabhyam, and then Vaigyanikae, right? Prathama Vibhakti for Aham, it is going to be Aham, Avam, and Vayam, right? Then for Shashti, you have to use for Vigyanasya, then it will be Vigyanayoho, Vigyanayoho, Vijnanam. Right? I hope everyone has understood. So for this also you have to remember your Akarant Shabdru. Mainly our Akarant only. Nadi is just Ikarant. So remember your Akarant, Ikarant, Ukarant, all the Shabdrups. Next one. अतः प्रदत्तानि वाक्यानि पठित्वा मातृभाषायां प्रान्तीयभाषायां आङ्ग्लभाषायां वा अनुवादं कुर्वन्तु. So you have to now anuvad means translation. So you have to do the translation. So which all languages you can do? Matrubhashayam means whatever is your native language. Prantiya Bhashayam means whatever is your state language, and Angal Bhashayam means in English. So anyhow you want to translate, you can do it. We will do it in English. First one. Bharat bhumoh pavitraha nadyah Vahanti. So it's like in motherland, in India, Bharat Bhumi we can say as India. So it's like in India, Pavitraha means pious, Nadyaha means rivers, Pravahanti means flow. So it will become in India, pious rivers flow. Right? Now, next one. Bharatasya mastake Himalayah mukut rupen shobhate. Bharatasya means of India. Mastake means on the forehead. So it's like on the forehead of India. We can say we can start it like on the. We have to do it like word by word. Okay, that's why it is very important to have the knowledge of vibhakti. So just by looking at the word, you should be able to understand that you have to write on or off with it, right? It's like it is Shashti Vibhakti, so we have written of India. Okay, and Mastake it is in Saptami Vibhakti, that's why we have written on the forehead. Sorry, on the forehead of India. Himalaya is same as Himalaya. Uh, Mukut Rupen means in the form of a crown. Mukut means crown. Rupen means yeah. Here we are. Rupen means in the form of. So it's like in the form of crown, right? Himalaya in the form of crown. In the form of crown, or it's like as a crown. Shobhate means graces, right? So let's see how we can frame. We have written word by word, but we have to frame it as a proper English sentence. So it's like on the forehead of India, Himalaya graces as in the form of crown, right? So we should write after Himalaya graces. So it will become like on the forehead of India, Himalaya graces as, in the form of crown. Right. I hope everyone has understood. So first you can frame word by word and then you can actually make the correct sentence. Fine. Let's go for the next one. Bharat bhumoh shreshtaha parvataha virajante. So Bharat bhumo, it is in Saptami Vibhakti, right? So on India we can say, right? In India, actually it should be. In India, shreshtaha means big. Parvataha means mountains. It's like big mountains or large high mountains. Virajante means look beautiful, or basically grace you can say. In India big mountains grace, or you can say that in India big mountains are sitting, right? Or you can say that on the land of India big mountains are sitting, right? Grace is a better word here. Next one. राष्ट्रध्वजे केशरः श्वेतः हरितः च वर्णाः सन्ति. So राष्ट्रध्वजे, it is in Saptami Vibhakti. So it's like in national flag. So I will write again NF for national flag if you remember. In national flag, Kesharaha means saffron, Shwetaha means white, and there is an Cha, so we'll be writing and. Haritaha means green. Colors are there, right? Fine. Now you can frame it in your regular sentence, like in national flag, there are saffron, white, and green colors, right? Next, Vayam Bharati Janm Praptavantah. Vayam means we all. Praptavantah, we'll write verb first, so have got. Jan means birth. Bharati means in India. It is Saptami Vibhakti, right? So it will be in India. So we have got birth in India, right? So I'll make a separate video on the translation, but this is how we can actually frame that sentences. We can actually translate the sentences. We have to understand the meaning of Vibhaktis. Okay, how the Vibhakti is going to work. Based on that, we can word by word, we can actually translate the words. Okay, let's go for the next mail. अधः प्रदत्तानां शब्दानां उदाहरणानुसारं विभक्ति वचन. This is also one of the important exercise you have. You have to look at the word and you have to say that which vibhakti and which vachan it is. Okay. So Bharat Mata, it's Prathama Vibhakti, ek vachan. Nadyah, it is again Prathama Vibhakti and it is Bahuvachan. Right? It goes like Nadi, Nadyo, Nadyah. Correct? Lalate, it is Saptami Vibhakti. Right? It is Saptami Vibhakti, ek vachan. तीर्थ क्षेत्राणाम it is षष्ठी vibhakti and it is bahuvachan. Deshasya, it is again षष्ठी vibhakti but it is ekvachan here. Balidanam, it is dvitiya vibhakti, ekvachan, right? Krishival bandavaha, it is prathama vibhakti but it is bahuvachan. Asman, it is dvitiya vibhakti, bahuvachan. Kshetreshu, it is saptami vibhakti, bahuvachan. Again, for this, you have to remember the Shabd Roops. Okay. This we will not do. This you can do it yourself. That you have to write the all the Kriya Padani. Kriya Padani means the verbs. So what all verbs has been used in the chapter, you have to write here. Fine. Let's go for the next main. You Adha Pradata Nam Kriya Padanam Trishu Purusheshu Trishu Vachneshu Cha Lat Lakarasya Rupani Likhat. So you have to write the Lat Lakar in all the three Purush and all the three Vachan. So which three Purush? Pratham Purush, Madhyam Purush, Uttam Purush. Trishu Vachneshu means Ek Vachan, Dvivachan, Bahuvachan. Right? So it is Bhav Dhatu, Bhu Dhatu. So it's Bhavati. So it will go like Bhavati, Bhavatah, Bhavanti. I hope everyone has remembered the Dhatu Roop also. It will be Bhavasi, Bhavatah, Bhavat, then Bhavami, is Bhavami, Bhavavah, Bhavamah. Right? Let's go for the next one. Now it is Asti. It is for As Dhatu. This is the important Dhatu. It's like to be. Whatever is, am, are, will, shall, will be there. That will be used based on this Dhatu. In Lat Lakar, it is SMR. Right? So Asti, Staha, Santi. It will be like Asi, Staha, Sta, Asmi, Swaha, Smaha. Right? I hope everyone has remembered this also. Next one, it is for Ichha Dhatu. Ich means to want. Okay, so it will be Ichhati. Last word they have given, right? So Ichhati, Ichhataha, Ichhanti. I hope everyone is understanding my handwriting also. It's Ichhati, Ichhataha, Ichhanti, Ichhasi, Ichhasi, Ichhataha, Ichhat, Ichhami, Ichhavaha, Ichhamaha. Right? So ich means you can say ich dhatu. One second. Ich dhatu is used for to wish, like to want. Whenever you want to say that I wish to do it, I want to do it, that time you use ich dhatu. Okay. Next is agach. So agach is used for coming. We know that gach is used for going. Agach is used for coming. When you want to say he is coming, you will say agachati. Okay, not gachati. Gachati is for going. So agachati, agachatah, agachanti, agachasi. I hope everyone knows the gam dhatu. Gachasi, agachatah, agachat. Right? Then it is going to be agachami, agachami, agachavah, and agachamah. Right? Okay, now let's go for the next exercise. Oh, wow, we have finished all the exercises of the chapter. This one is there for you people to do. Please do it and let me know in the comment section if you have completed. And after understanding the full chapter, I hope doing the exercises was actually enjoyable and you were able to understand also. So the lesson we received in this is that you have to learn all the dhatu roops and shabd roops, and for question framing we have to learn the kim shabd roop in all the three genders, right? So I hope everyone has understood the translation, the explanation of the chapter also, and the exercises also. Please give a thumbs up if you have understood. You can share it with your friends in case they are also looking for help. And not to say, please don't forget to subscribe the channel. It will motivate me to give you regular videos. And that's all for today's video. We will stop our today's video here only, and I'll see you soon in the next video with some new topics. Till then, keep learning Sanskrit. Take care. Thank you.